Welcome to BalsaCircle.com, where we do decorations for weddings and special events. And today we are jumping on the bandwagon of all the craze of these gorgeous Disney ears. Let me tell you, you can really just spruce it up with your personality depending on the flower or the decor that you put on these ears. We wanted to show you two different options on basically two different personalities. You can choose one or the other. Both are absolutely adorable. Like when people are going to stop and say how adorable these are. So we're going to start with this red one first, and basically you're going to take the same approach with making the ears for both. We wanted to show you two different options of wire that you can use. This kind of wire that we used on these red ears are 14 gauge, basically 1.29 millimeter aluminum wire silver, which is 3 yards. Obviously you don't need 3 yards unless you do several kinds of ears and you switch it up and you have different ears every single day of the week. We're just taking that wire. Once you have the actual length that you want, you're going to make 4 pieces and then just twist them around. You're going to see as well with our other look that we bought kind of a fancier wire that had this done already, but we wanted to show you that you can do it yourself as well and get that similar look. Once both kind of quote-unquote ears are done, make sure you want to have them to be the same size. So you're just gonna place them around the cup again. So starting with this first one, like I said, it's the same process if you're gonna be doing whatever decor, obviously, or whichever wire that you're gonna use. With this, you're basically gonna place it where you think you're gonna eyeball it kind of towards the left or right of the center, and then just put it into place. If you have to adjust it later, don't worry, we're not gonna hot glue this or anything, so you can always move the ears over. We showed you it a little bit, but I'm gonna mention it now that because obviously these, we do cut it with the wire cutters, but there can be a little bit of the jagged edges. Once both ears are on, as you can see here, we're just making sure the ears are the exact same size. We don't want one big, voluptuous ear and the other one a little rinky-dinky. We're just making sure they're the same size. So basically what I was saying was, if you have, your toddler wearing these ears, and you just want to be super cautious and make sure that the wire isn't, scratching their head, that you want to either put felt on the bottom, or you can wrap some black, what we did was black satin ribbon. You want to do that before you do this step. That's why I'm mentioning it. You'll see it in just a second. We used a couple of different flowers for this, actually 3 kinds of flowers. So once the ribbon is on that part, then we just put a flower on every single end point of the ear. There you go. There's that ribbon I've been talking about. So basically we're just going to show you with one ear. You want to do this obviously before the flowers are glued. It's so much easier. This is just to prevent any scratching or anything. With the other kind of ears that we're doing, and this one, we put flowers on both sides, so the wire's really not going to be sticking out. This is just to do extra precaution, which completely understand. Once that is on, it's also, you're just covering the wire so it doesn't look so bad. So you can also do it for decor reasons as well. Alrighty, so here is kind of the second kind of flower that we're using for this specific look. And what I recommend is basically to use we used a really small mini rosebud. And because the first flower that we used is so kind of extravagant, it's got little wisps coming out of it, it's got, a diamond center. You want to pick kind of like a different size. This is going to be more of a dainty look here. So you want the size of the complementary flowers to be smaller and probably not as decorative, I guess. These are kind of like plain little buds and they're great fillers, but if they had a lot going on, I think it would just be too busy. So these are just to really complement those first flowers that we put on. And you're just gonna fill everything in, and definitely, my gosh, these are so adorable. I'll probably have have that put in the description below what these are called. They're kind of like little wisps that they have like little mini me pearls on them that are obviously the color of red. And what's great is these are kind of like little inner ears. So if you're kind of playing mini, or you want that added delicate touch, this is great to do. All right, and basically we're just filling these other flowers. You're gonna see them, they're kind of like little crystal flowers. And this is our third kind of flower that we're using. Very small, very dainty, adding a little bit of bling. Come on, what girl doesn't like bling? Let's be serious here. And we're adding those kind of here and there as fillers as well. Now do keep in mind, we're doing the very front, and then we're gonna flip it over and we're gonna cover the back. Basically, so if someone's looking at you from the front or the back, they're gonna see the same cute design. 360 of cuteness, that's what I'm talking about. So there you go, there's our final look. You can see the little crystal flowers, you can see the really fancy ones, and also the filler rose buds, and our cute little inner ears as well. I love this. This will go for literally any age, no judgment. As you can see, we're gonna move on to our second look, and it's just as cute. It's got its own personality. It's got the pastels and a little bit larger flowers. So if you're more of an adult and you don't have that dainty little face or that head, this might be for you, but both can be for you, definitely. So we wanted to show you another look, so let's proceed. So here we're basically using a very fancy wire. This is a little bit different than the first look. This wire, it's a little bit more expensive too, but hey, if you want to go that extra mile, it's not too expensive. It's just a little bit. It's kind of like a braided wire. It's called an artistic wire. It's 12 gauge. It's 2.1 millimeters. And basically you're just going to take the same kind of procedure on creating the ears as we did on the first one. I know I mentioned for the very first one that you can put some ribbon to kind of cover the wire. For this one, it's almost unnecessary. And the reason why I say that is because these are a much larger craft flower. So when we put flowers on both sides of this look, you're not going to even have the wire even touching the child's head or your head. So don't even worry about putting any kind of ribbon on the wire there. So once again, we're taking the same kind of thing, doing our own little design here. We're obviously switching up our pastels and also our two kinds of sizes, and they have slightly different fabrics as well. Like I mentioned the first one, you want one to be kind of more of the center of attention and the other ones to be complementary. So that's what we did here with the colors and also the different sizes and textures. All right, and as you go, you're going to be kind of adjusting the flowers, making sure that they're all pretty. Now, when you move to the other side, you're going to do the flowers in the exact same symmetrical design. And basically, I wanted to show you here that when you do that, you want to make sure even the leaves match up. So let's say you're taking the mint flower and you're making sure that the leaf is in the exact same position as it was in the front. And the reason for this is because, not because you want it to be perfect, is when the leaves are all going different directions and you see some wire here and there, this gives that simplistic, clean, beautiful look. And there's not extra leaves, unnecessary leaves popping out all over the place. And that's why even what we did was we put some glue on the back of the leaves and connected them in the same position as the ones in the front. All right, and so with that final look, you're gonna have obviously two options that are cute in their own defined way. But let me just tell you, I think the hardest thing with these two is which one do you wear first? And obviously you can use it with your little girls. You can wear it as a Disney fanatic, as some of us have, and you're just gonna look like a queen, a princess, whoever you want to be, just magical all the way around. And hopefully you guys enjoyed this look. We're giving you a little treat of this little munchkin, just rocking out this second one. But let me tell you, you're going to be the talk of the town, and share your ideas below of some of the ones that you've done. So hopefully you enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure you hit that like button. And also we do videos every single week, so make sure to subscribe. We got more up our sleeve for you. We'll see you guys next time.